Hi, Connie. Do you have pets? We have two dogs and three birds. We have a blue heeler that is 14 years old, and she's still doing well, but she's 14, so she's kind of got some arthritis and kind of moving slow. We have my mom's dog, which she passed in. Hi, Debbie. She passed in 2022, and I inherited her baby. And then I have three birds. So, Connie, Debbie, do you have dogs, cats, birds, hamsters, rabbits, anything? Or do you want to talk about something else? Oh, Connie, I love my birds too. You're welcome. um, they're a little crazy when they first come out, but they're really sweet. Okay, Debbie, I understand. Yeah, and now that I'm getting this age, I start thinking about how wise is it to get new pets, you know? My birds are probably going to outlive me. And Connie, you have a Westie. That's a short dog, right? I'm going to look that up. I know I've heard it. Westie dog. Oh, no, no, no. That wasn't what I was thinking of at all. Oh my goodness. How cute is that? So this is a little dog that has to go to the groomer, isn't it? I had a Yorkie from 2011 until 2023. And she had to go to the groomer, probably 4 times a year. Oh, that's okay. I can't type either. Talk to your kids about your pets just in case. Yeah, birds are a little different to rehome than dogs are. They're not for everybody. But I have told my husband if something happens to me, Facebook has a whole bunch of groups that um, help you rehome birds, people that have bird experience. And I have one kid. And I did have two originally. And the one kid has two young ones, a 3 and a 5. So adding something like a bird would probably be complete chaos and a few bitten fingers. I thought they did go to the groomer. And that when I had my Yorkie, I had my little dream baby dog. She had a stroller, she had multiple car seats, she had the carrying bags, and literally I could unzip it and she would jump in. She's always ready to go. I took her to work with me her first year of life. And so she was extremely socialized and loved going. And when I finally lost her, um, my husband had bought me a new car in 23, the same year she died. And he got this really nice, big, cushy car seat with her name monogrammed across the front. And I wasn't ready to get another small dog. So I sold all of her stuff, and she had a playpen too. And I actually sold my car seat to a lady that had a dog named Bella. So that worked out really well. My granddaughter wants to have me take her bird while she goes to college. What kind of a bird is it, Connie? Debbie says, I was at my sister's today and she has two Yorkies and they are spoiled rotten. They climbed all over me today. I love them. There's no way not to spoil a Yorkie. I mean, unless they're in a bad situation, they just demand it. And oh my gosh, she was so precious. So as far as the birds go, if they're a bigger, more chill bird, it I think they're, fairly easy. If they're used to coming out of their cage, that could complicate things. Mine come out every day. I have a little tiny budgie parakeet, and she is 8, and they live 6 to 10 years in captivity. And she doesn't want to come out of her cage anymore. She just likes to stay in her cage. I'll open the door up and she doesn't come out anymore. I have a blue-headed pionus and I have an Indian ringneck, and they come out every day and fly around. They're a little obnoxious the first, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, and then it settles down. But that stinker bites, so I don't think I will, and don't know the bird's breed, but she is like a little parrot. Yeah, and a lot of birds are really noisy. Mine really aren't, but they're right next to me, like kind of kitty corner from me. And I've got the big light on in my room, which is joining that room. And aside from Benny throwing in a few words every now and then, they're quiet. And in the mornings, I wake them up at 9 or 9:30 and open their blinds and give them a treat. And about 3 o'clock, they start getting antsy. They want to get out. So I'll hear a little bit more from them. Okay. Connie says the bird is not that big. So some of the smaller birds don't even come out of their cage. People just don't let them out. Okay, Debbie says she has 3 but lost one a few months ago to kidney disease. They actually were making a memorial to her today in the far backyard with a plaque and a little bench. It was sweet. That really is sweet. Yeah, our little dog is buried in our backyard as well. I don't really have anything marking it. I have I don't know, it looks like a rock, but it's plaster or something. And it says something like, I got that when my daughter died, and it says something like, even though you're gone, a part of me went with you, something like that. And so it's actually for my daughter, but it's over where the dog is buried. And Connie, you say that she's noisy when she wants attention. Yeah, and I think the noise level goes down when they do get to get out and exercise. I mean, they're just like a kid, if they get to go outside and play, they come back in and they're a little calmer. Connie says, my granddaughter has the bird on her shoulder most of the day when she's at home. Oh my goodness. I really wonder what kind of bird it is. I wonder if it's a cockatiel. That's the one that has the little head thing and then the really long tail, and it's got yellow feathers here with little orange cheeks. And they sing and talk. I mean, I would consider them a noisy bird. And she's spoiled. How old is your granddaughter? I guess you said she's going to college, so she's grown. I wonder what she's going to do with it. Yes. The cockatiels, oh my gosh, some of them are so funny. I've watched them on YouTube. They're duplicating different songs and stuff. And the males are supposed to be more vocal than the females. She's colored kind of like a parakeet. Okay. And they have long tails as well. It also works for the little ones. If they're in a small enough cage, you can just pick the cage up and put them in the shade so they get some fresh air and get to hear different noises outside. Debbie says, I taped the Andy Griffith theme song and we would play it over and over until he learned it. And they do. That's at least a good little song to learn. My blue pioness doesn't, she talks, but she talks bird talk, just like little chirping. She's a pretty quiet bird. My Indian ringneck says a lot of words. And if I leave the room and he's ready to come out of his cage, he does a flock call to get me to come back. Connie says, I'm making dinner, so I cannot talk right now, but I wanted to say hi. Okay, well, thank you for stopping by, Connie, or you can just leave it on and listen, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you stopping by. So I guess we really can't talk about pets if nobody's got pets. What do you want to talk about, Debbie? Well, we'll stay on for a few more minutes and then we can go. I found this little, I guess she's calling it a nightstand on Facebook Marketplace, and it's really cute. It's kind of like, let me see, just get just the picture. This is what it looks like. Oh, what happened? It went away. Isn't that cute? And all those are drawers, and it's 30 inches tall and 12 inches wide, so it's pretty, well, I think it's 12 inches deep. I'm not sure how wide it is, but it's really cute. So I'm going to go pick that up after I'm done here. I felt bad because the lady that I messaged her this morning to go pick it up, and she said that she had to go to a funeral. And so she got home from the funeral about an hour ago. So I'm going to go over there and pick it up as soon as I'm done here. Let's see. I went to my sister's today and took my niece the birthday cake. Did you make the cake or did you buy it? My aunt used to be a caterer of cakes, and she taught me how to decorate when I was about 15. It's really fun, and it's not as hard as it looks like it is. Well, at least it wasn't when I was 15. Oh, you made it, but it's not fancy. Yeah, my aunt could do, she did my wedding cake. She could do really, really nice. Like she could do a wedding if you gave her a couple of days notice, because she would put the, bake the cakes, all the different tiers, and then she would put them in the freezer. And then if somebody needed a wedding cake, she was like that to get the cake ready. They just had to thaw and then be frosted. I did a cake one year for my little boy for Easter. And I did a square cake and a round cake. And I used the round cake and cut a little bit off of the sides. And then I used a square one and made little bunny ears. And then I frosted it and I put coconut all over it for the bunny hair. And that was really cute. There was another one I made years ago where it was a sheet cake, and I did a beach theme. And you know those little umbrellas they put in the drinks? I put those in there. I did like a beach scene, and then I put those in there. You can use brown sugar for the sand, and then put those little umbrellas in there and put fruit stripe gum for the towels under the umbrellas. It was really cute. Let's see. I made some video clips while I was out, and it was an experience. LOL. I'm trying to put them together now. A couple of people wanted to see some of the cakes I have done for her. I will put 2 or 3 photos at the end of the video. Yeah, like not the last video I did, but the one where we went and picked the desk up and I went to Buc-ee's. I think I had 31 clips to put together, and some of them had to have music taken out from the store. Some had to have music put back in. And then my sound, for whatever reason, while I was in the truck, I was talking, it was fine. And then all of a sudden it just dropped low. So I had to cut it and raise the sound on that one. And, but every video I do, I learn something. And I think that's what it's all about. I think a lot of people think I post too many videos, and maybe that's true, but nobody has to watch them, but I just keep learning and learning and learning. And I like making them. Do you want to get off of here, Debbie? We've been on here for 16 minutes. Do you want to go? Or do you want to wait and see if anyone else shows up? I actually did a post this time, an hour ago. Well, at 6:20 or something like that. I mean 5:20. Well, let's do 5 more minutes and see if anybody else comes. My first 2 lives that I left up had, I think one had 5 and one had 7 people. So maybe somebody's going to come. It could be, well, I don't know. Everybody's in a different time zone. So who knows? I think you are, what state did you, I can't remember what state you're in, but I think you are an hour ahead of me because I'm in Texas and it's 6:45. Okay. Okay. Virginia. Yeah. So you're going to have fall coming pretty soon, aren't you? Like where the leaves are going to start changing. The leaves change here, but it's just for like a split second and then they all fall off. And it stays so warm here that I remember when my kids were little at Halloween time, we'd get the big bags that you fill up with leaves and then there's a jack-o'-lantern face on one side. We'd have to use newspaper because we didn't have enough leaves falling yet by the end of October. Okay. Boy, there's some beautiful pictures to be. Hi. Lisa, is that your name, right? Lisa? ADHD. I think that's your name. I hope I remembered. Oh, yay. I can't believe I remembered a name. It's just Debbie and I, and now you. And I came on to chat about pets, and Debbie doesn't have any. And Connie was on here a little bit ago, and she doesn't have any pets, and she's going to cook dinner now. So, Lisa, I did get my email. Well, I got my email last week. I read my email and I responded. So I will be there Friday. Are you coming on Friday? I have 2 kittens named Flo and Eddie. Is that are those names from a TV show? I remember a show that had a waitress named Flo, but I don't remember the name of the show. Oh, you can't? Okay. Okay. You know that lady we were talking about, Little Portion Cottage, and she was at like 400 and some subscribers. I looked at her video today and she's at over 750 now. So happy together. Okay. Do you remember the turtles? No. You mean like, if we're gonna laugh, you mean Ninja Turtles? Oh, okay, okay. Well, you're the music lady. I'm not. So I just would not have had a chance to know that. My husband would probably know, though. Eleanor, gee, I think you're swell and you really do me well. Well, I recognize the name Frank Zappa, but I don't, the Flo and Eddie, I don't. Boy, I bet a lot of people talking about songs in your vinyl collection, I bet there's a lot of people that really regret not hanging on to all those over the years. It's really easy to go, oh, we've got new and modern, and you just start tossing stuff out. And one of the lives, I think when we were talking to you, or you were talking to us about the LPs and how the one side A had all the hits and then the other side had other songs. I remember playing my mom's 78s, and then also when I was in middle school and high school buying 45s, which, you know, they had that little plastic insert that you could pop into the 45 so you could play it on your LP player. And then you had, what was it? It was at LP 78 and 33 or something like that. I have a Victrola and some 78s. Oh, are they 78s? Did I say 70s or did I say 33 and a third? Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we had one of those. I don't think ours was in a console, but we had the whole thing where it was hooked up to the speakers and stuff. But I had friends that had the console TV on one side, and then on the other side, you lifted the lid up and you could play your records in there. Oh, 2,500 45s. Gosh, that's a lot. I didn't have a whole lot of 45s. I didn't have a whole lot of records. When cassette tapes came out, I had a few more of those. Do you do any cassettes or 8-tracks? Hi, Dee. Yeah, I'm trying to get good at this. This is number 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I never had an 8-track player, but I did have the cassette player. And I remember the tape coming out and having to put a pencil in there and spin it back in. Dee says, "Hey, chick, how are you, my Gen X?" Okay, that was for Lisa. Dee, we came on here to talk about pets, and we kind of took a nosedive because we didn't have pets. Well, I have pets, but the other 2 ladies didn't. And then Lisa came on and said she had 2 kittens, and then we switched to music because of the kittens' names. So that's where we are. What was your first car you had your 8-track player in? And I did see, Dee, Buddy in the back. I didn't know his name, but I saw him in the back when you were opening your box of gifts. A 1974 Ford Maverick. My first car was a 1970 Datsun 510. What year Mustang did you have, Dee? Look at us girls talking cars. Okay. 1979. I remember going on a date with a guy that had a Mustang. I think it was called a Fastback. And we went downtown, and it was daytime, but he parked, pull in parking spot. And he was really, really nervous. And we got back in the car to leave, and he said, "I forgot reverse is out." We had to push his car out of the spot. Mine was the Gia. I don't know what that means. A Gia Mustang? Oh my goodness, because you're going on a date with someone and telling them you have to come and push the car. He forgot. Now, this was like the second time that was the first time I'd been out with him. And he was a year or 2 ahead of me in school. And one of my friends was dating his brother that was my age. And they said, "Did you know that Joe carries a picture, your high school picture, around in his wallet? And he bought it from somebody because I hadn't given it to him. And he really wants to go out with these." So I went out with him, and we had to push the car. And so the next time we went out, he drove his mom's Cadillac. And we stopped by his work at the beginning of the date, I guess you'd say. I don't know if he's picking his paycheck up or what it was. I can't remember. But I waited in the car, and he left the car running, and when he came back out, he tried to restart it and he made that noise, and he's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, it was already running. I mean, he was just such a nervous wreck when we were out that it really kind of killed any fun we could have. So I really didn't go out with him anymore. Sally, hi. How's your mouth? Is it getting any better? I can't believe oh, that's right. You said you have one more appointment Thursday. So you're still in pain? Oh, well, that's at least good. Man, I went through that. I had my back tooth on the bottom left was hurting, and had been hurting off and on for a couple of years. And when they did the x-rays, they found out there was an infection under the root canal. And I ended up having 2 implants done because the one in front of it had got infected as well. And those are really, really expensive. I think they were $9,000 each. And insurance doesn't pay for implants. Today must be the day about teeth. My girlfriends, both of them, are having problems. Our teeth are getting old. We've used them for so many years, and unfortunately, they start to fail. But boy, I'll take teeth problems over heart problems. I can live without my teeth. I can't live without my heart. I also, after I got my last dental work done, I got a really good mouth guard made that I wear at night because I don't know if I grind my teeth, but I squeeze them at night, and I've cracked some of my teeth in the back. Let me tell you, they want another $800 for my next appointment, and I don't have it. So I'm getting the bridge put back on, and then I'll wait till my insurance comes back in January because it's exhausted. Yeah, it doesn't take much to exhaust insurance. They just give you a little smidge. And that's what you have to do, is you have to do that 5-year plan almost to get your teeth fixed. Sally, I bought a bottom bridge. I couldn't take it anymore. I thought that was enough money that I had to lay out this month, out in this mouth. And I just got the bridge work done. That was it. Yeah, I know they say when you have teeth pulled and you don't replace them, you lose your bone. Your bone just kind of dissolves. And my dad has false teeth, both plates, and he is going to be 88 next month. He got his false teeth when he was in the Air Force, and I think I was about 2 or 3 because we were living in Puerto Rico at the time. So it was done by a military dentist. And he said that they went in and they cut, after they pulled all the teeth, they cut the bone down, snipped it all down. And then he just drooled in a pan for several days. And then they put the dentures in, and he still has the same set of dentures that he got in 1965 or 66. Okay, so D says, I had a really good dentist. He told me I was not a candidate for implants. Now that was an honest guy. Yes, it is. Sally says, do Do I really love your videos? I love your sarcasm and sense of humor. Yeah, she does have a little bit of sarcasm there, but you know what? You have to. Oh, that's sweet. Dee says, I appreciate it, Sally. I really do. And you're very well on your channel. I like that. Sally says, I actually went last week to Aspen to see about getting dentures, and they said my teeth are too healthy. Imagine that. Wow. My mother goes to Aspen, so far, so good, working out well for her. You mean Aspen, like Aspen, Colorado? Or is that the name of a dental place, Aspen? I'm not familiar. Oh, okay, okay. I figured it must be a dental place after I asked the question. Well, so what I was saying about my dad's teeth is that, or lack of teeth, is he's still wearing the same dentures. Now, one tooth has fallen out, but I mean, it's been almost 60 years with the same set, and he's never complained that his bone is deteriorated and his mouth isn't mushed together. So I don't know really like how long it takes for that to happen. They're the one that told me it would be a little bit more and asked how much, and it was 3,000. Yes, I would be horrified. I mean, I think that sometimes they forget that you're there because you're in pain and you have no other choice. And then that is just on top of everything that you're going through. And there's no way getting dental work done is comfortable. And Sally, you were talking about that gas, like they don't even use it. My dentist uses it, but she charges $75. And I do pay that. Dee says it's very costly going to the dentist. I know to have teeth extracted from the bottom, and I say I'll pay cash. What was 2,800, and then the bridge cost me 1,000, but I had no choice. 2,800 to pull teeth. Oh my gosh! I had a tooth pulled when I was 17. I've since had an implant replacing it, but I literally sat in the chair, put the Novocaine in, pulled the tooth out, put some gauze in, and I went to school. My mom drove me to school after that. And they wanted more money if I didn't pay cash. Oh, gee, that's crazy amount of money. Sally says my dentist charged $100 per half hour for laughing gas. Ooh. Oh, well, being put to sleep. Yeah, that's good. I was put to sleep for my implants. And that was just done in his office. I mean, he was an oral surgeon, but it's not like going and checking into a hospital or anything. He says my daughter had one implant put in. It cost $6,000. Well, maybe that was a while ago, because I know that just at that one doctor, it was 18,000. Yeah, it's a lot. I'd already put a lot of money into my mouth, and um, we just decided to do it. I don't know whether it was smart or not. Are you going to tell a joke, Dee? Maybe she's typing. I put the comment out. Oh. I need to think if I have a joke. They already told it on one of my videos. Oh, yeah, it's not there. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. We're up to 8 people now. That's a record right there. I told them, don't touch my chest, but that's not the word I used. I think she said she did have her book on Audible. Barry. Shh. Shh. Put your back in the kitchen. Come on, let's go. There you go. We'll take it out. Oh, Barry, he looks like a rat terrier. I said before you got here that I inherited him when my mom passed in 22. And I did a rescue here in Texas, drove him to Arkansas where they lived. And then they came, my dad moved in with us after mom passed. And I had him DNA tested, and he is 73% Chihuahua. Oh. So oh boy, wouldn't that be hard to record your own writing? Because I know even proofreading my own writing, I will put stuff in and take stuff out that's not there. Everything's wearing out on us. Oh, do they, Catherine? I know I don't listen to very many books. The last one I listened to, the author had read her own book, but I didn't know that was a thing. Sally, getting ready to go to bed. Can you read to me? Sally says Mel Robbins records her own books, and she did one that she didn't read it, and I don't like to listen to that one. I like to listen to her only. Catherine says, I think it's become more so in recent years. You can employ people to do it for you, though. Yeah, I wouldn't do well reading my own work. Not that I'm an author, but just anything I write, I don't read it back the way it is on paper. Kath, I prefer you read it to me. LOL, there's no more meaning than when the author reads it. Catherine says, Sally D's reality, bedtime stories. Dee says, for the fun of it, I wrote a book just for fun for myself, and then I wanted to turn it into a screenplay again just for myself. Just something to do. It was a murder mystery. Are you going to turn it into what did you say, a screenplay? Tracy from the Wild West, is that who you're talking about, Sally? I don't know if you're on, Sally, if you're reading from like a Kindle or if you're reading from a paper book, but Kindle, you can enlarge your font. Oh, hi, Connie, you're back. Wow, I'm envious of people that like to write. My dad is a writer and he loves to journal every day. He writes short stories. He's had the short stories published. He's in this group where once a month you write like a short, it's just on a little piece of paper about this big, and you write either a short story or a poem, and then you make so many copies of it, like 50 or something, and then you mail it off to one central location, and then somebody else receives all of them and puts all of the however many people are participating, say 50, and then puts it in a big envelope and then mails it back out. So everybody gets a copy of everybody's writing. And they're all on different subjects, and some have little cartoon characters on them. Isn't that cool? I love that idea. I love your dad does that. How old is your father, if you don't make? He's going to be 88 next month. And writing has been, he's got boxes and boxes of journals from every day where he'll just actually take paper and staple it together and then date it and throw it in a box. I had said before somewhere that he wrote for some magazines that, they were published. And one of them was called Ag Pilot. It was a crop dusting magazine. And he wrote a story about an airplane that had a name, and there was a man and a woman involved, and they had a little love story going on. And each month when the magazine would come out, there would be like a new chapter to this story. And it went on for a long time. And then somebody got wind of the fact that he wasn't actually a pilot, and they didn't want his stories anymore. Sally says, Evie, I'm so glad that I found your live tonight. This is such a delightful conversation with such wonderful people, and so far no trolls or maggots. Yes, that is. And I don't know, maybe that was just a weird one that Paula had that one night, but it was absolutely awful. I found myself getting offended, and it wasn't even my live, and I'm not like a goody two shoes, but horrible stuff to say. Well, Sally, I was glad I caught you this morning. I woke up extra early, and that's the first thing I did was grab my phone and see if you were on. I had one that came on my live the other day, but I loved it. I don't even pay attention to those people anymore. So you just let them run with whatever they're going to say, Dee? Yeah, so far I haven't had any. Well, I say that, but then the last live I did, Paula and Sally were here, and I think they kicked a few people off. It's just easier to get everybody else's channel if you give them a wrench. It's just easier to get to everybody's channel. Oh, okay. Should I do that then? I have only done this. Let's see. Okay, I did D. Connie, I don't even know if she's here. Catherine. I think I got everybody, but they're not turned blue yet. Maybe once they type something, they'll turn blue again, or they'll turn blue. No, D is blue because Sally was the only one that was blue. This morning, my husband was so freaking jealous. These guys hitting on me, and I was ignoring them. And he's like, she's married, she's married, she's married. Okay, so I think everybody is blue except Connie, and she might be gone. Well, I don't know. Says there's 8 people here. Hey, if you haven't, can y'all hit the like button? I think I have 2. I hit it myself. Nope. Okay, so everybody is. If I missed somebody, let me know because I don't think I did. Is Lisa still here? I'm going back up and getting her. Okay, I think that's everybody. Thank you. Yeah, boy, the subscribers, they go up and down. It seems like as soon as I post a video, like when I got up, when I went to bed, my subscribers were 735, and I checked again this evening and it's 730. So I guess 5 people went away. Well, yeah, Dee, I bet she is smart. She has to be to have an inventory that big because you sure don't want to buy the wrong stuff. Yeah, I think so, Dee. I think that they do come and go. And I also heard, I don't know where, but that YouTube will be generous, like to get your channel going, they'll give you some and then they start taking them back. I don't know if that's true or not. Pac-Man ate them. But you know what? It's fine because I'm getting a lot of interaction and comments, and people are, I'm really happy. I love doing this. I don't know what true with you two anymore. Oh, you too, I guess she meant to say. You like to rumble? I just don't like that, Sally says. Our subscriber number is on the main screen because people don't like to look at the analytics or any kind of numbers because it makes me so sad. Oh, Catherine, you got 4 new ones today, but you lost 1. Yeah. Oh, Rumble is an app. I thought you meant you were ready to. So what did you say about Rumble? Now let me go back and look. Uncrumple, you could say whatever you want. That's the beauty of Rumble. Oh, okay. Connie says a channel that grows over time is maybe better. It gives people time to get to know each other. I do think that that's true. I do. And those of us that stay on here and keep going, what a story to tell. Well, I think we should wrap it up. I don't want to keep anybody too long. Sally says, Connie, that's so true. I like my slow and steady, but all of a sudden I'm starting to get a little quicker. And it kind of scares me because I like to know all my people. Connie says, we all feel like old friends. Dee says, I was 60 when I started YouTube, and then I didn't really do anything with my channel until I was 62 years old. And it's just fun to meet such great people. It's a great community. I agree with you, Dee. I started mine at 62. Well, actually 61, because I started it in February and then I turned 62 in May. And I mean, it is. I look forward to the people commenting, and it's like we know each other. Well, Dee, I haven't looked at your early stuff, only your current stuff. But I think that I put too many videos up, but I'm just saying I'm learning as I go. So I'm just going to keep on doing that, and no one has to watch them. Sally says, I can't wait till next year when we decide when we're all going to meet. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? That would be fun. Dee says, oh, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to go back. You're going to see Fat D and Thin D. Hey, that's for some of us part of being an older lady. If I worked as hard 10 years ago as I am now, I would be this big around. Dee says, for a year, I was doing a plant-based diet and I lost so much weight like a fool. I gained it back. Did you feel good on a plant-based diet, Dee? My sister is on that because she has kidney problems. Sally. I felt excellent on a plant-based diet. Unfortunately, my vitamin D2 level is really bad. Sally says it happens to be the best of us sabotage myself all the time. Yeah, and part of it is just being okay with what's comfortable, because sadness and depression and stress can kill you just as much as a few pounds. Dee says you can't have calcium. It's really hard to have calcium, and it was difficult for me. And now I have 2 fortified milk. It's a powdered form, so I really can't do a full plant-based diet. You do? No, you don't do. Sally, you don't do plant-based. I saw you making pork chops. I don't know what your eye doing to. And you don't eat red meat. Okay. I like meat, but I went low carb for a while, and since 2019, and I get burnt out on it. I ate half an apple today. Not me, I ate more than that, but I did eat half an apple. And with Connie, with that vitamin D, do you take what are you supposed to take with that? Or is it calcium you have to take vitamin D with, something like that? Dee says, I did Atkins, girlfriend. We could talk about diet forever. That was my thinnest. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Wow. In 2019, I lost 60 pounds, and I've gained half of it back. And I tell you what, I felt like a melted candle. I felt like my whole body was just droopy. Oh, I do think I remember you saying you had iron infusion, Sally. My mom was always low on iron too. She always had to eat liver and take supplements and eat red meat. I see Connie, you say you take D and nothing else. I take iodine and nothing else because my thyroid was almost to the point of needing medication for being underactive. And had heard that iodine deficiency will do that. And I started taking iodine and it went right back to normal in like, well, it was a year from one test to the next, but it worked for me. Slow and steady D. Tell me more. Tell me more. D says, oh, that's good, Sally, because that stuff sucks. Okay, what is gross? I missed it. Oh, the iron supplements? I thought you were saying, tell me more, not don't tell me more, don't tell me more. Oh, D, yuck. It tastes like metal. That's gross. Connie says, I do low carb, sugar, and fat. I think it's more healthy than no carbs, fat, or sugar. So you do low carb and you eat sugar and you eat fat. Sally says, when there was something for iron, I said, tell me more. And then she said it was gross. And I said, oh, okay, don't tell me more. Mm. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I have to go pick up that little piece of furniture that I picked out on Facebook Marketplace. And the lady, I would have got it this morning, but she had to go to a funeral. So she's now waiting on me. Oh, all low fats, low sugar, and low carbs. I gotcha. Apples is the only thing I really miss being low carb, man. I love apples. Apples and peanut butter. Well, enjoyed our chat, ladies. Hope you'll have a wonderful evening. It was nice chatting. Oh, SJT, you just got here. I lost 30. Catherine says I lost 33 pounds 7 years ago and have kept it off. Good for you, Catherine. Have a good night. Okay, bye, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate it. Bye. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Bye.